Which 49ers free agent will Robert Saleh most want to bring with him wherever he goes? Jack, I think.
Yeah, it really depends on where he goes. I can see him really wanting to go after Trent Williams. I know we're all thinking of the defensive guys that he's going to want to bring, but Trent Williams, depending on where he goes, if they don't have a franchise left tackle, would be the perfect guy to go after. Bring him in, especially if he's with Jacksonville or one of those places that has a lot of cap space, and make that move. Otherwise, you're looking at Verrett and Hyder as the other two.
Yeah, that's a good one too. I was thinking about even offensively when I thought about the article I was writing yesterday, but I think I'm gonna have to go with Ahkello Witherspoon just because of how he finished the season strong. And I know how they want to say, "Oh, Kyle Shanahan gave me the opportunity" and stuff like that, but he wouldn't have had the opportunity if Shanahan didn't put him in the doghouse. And Witherspoon knows that this system he excels in. So why not go for the guy who's the real leader of men, Robert Saleh, the guy whose system you're comfortable with, the one that amplifies your skills. So it makes so much sense. And at least wherever Saleh goes, Witherspoon's not going to be able to demand much money-wise. So he knows, hey, we can just throw this guy like a 1 or 2 year deal, just come in. He knows, he's familiarized. And especially on Spoon's side, he knows that Saleh's going to surround the defense with players that Witherspoon knows how everyone will work and mesh with each other. So I just think Witherspoon would be the player of his choice.
I'd go with Richard Sherman. I mean, they say he's like a coach on the field. And so if you're transitioning from being a defensive coordinator to being a head coach, you got to let go a little bit of that defensive side of the ball, which is, your forte. It's what you're used to. So knowing that you've got a guy like Sherman there, obviously he'll have his own defensive coordinator, but knowing you've got a veteran like Sherman on your team with you, a lot of these teams that he's looking at are a lot of young teams. And so to have a veteran like Sherman in the locker room and to help those young guys develop, I think would be a dream for any new head coach.
I'll go with K'Wan Williams. I think that he'll allow Saleh to do a lot of the defense he likes to do with those nickel blitzes. And then if we're going offense, how about Kyle Juszczyk? Just because what did Kyle do when he first came to the 49ers is he grabbed Kyle Juszczyk. He got an offensive leader that maybe isn't the most important position, but it would be able to allow him to run the offense that of the two offensive coordinators he's rumored to bring along with him. And I think Juszczyk would be a big guy to bring in, especially if he has the cap space.
Yeah, I mean, a lot depends on if he has the cap space. If he goes to the Jets, he might be able to get Trent Williams. If he goes to the Lions, he might not be able to get anyone. I like what you said about Richard Sherman. That makes a lot of sense. You would want to kind of be like the Pierre Garçon of his tenure, like the guy who sets the tone, shows people how to be pros and all that stuff. It seems to me though he can't be playing corner. You bring him there, he's like a safety. You got to change his position. You got to have a plan for that. And they did move him around a little bit, so that could actually be the case. It might be Sherman. I don't know if he'd be the top choice. Also with Witherspoon, that makes sense too. I don't know if he'd be the top choice, but he might be like the ace up his sleeve, like the guy that no one's thinking about. But I know Robert Saleh loves Ahkello Witherspoon. I don't know how Ahkello feels about Saleh, but I feel like maybe you're right that it was like Shanahan's doghouse, and those two could reunite.
It needs to change scenery.
Yeah. To me, though, I don't know if it is his top target, but it should be his top target is Jason Verrett. Robert Saleh defense went to another level when Jason Verrett went on the field. To me, it was better. If they could have had Jason Verrett on that defense last year, they would have won the Super Bowl. Like this year's Jason Verrett, if they had him instead of Richard Sherman or Emmanuel Moses, I think they win the Super Bowl. He's that important. It allows Robert Saleh to do so much more than he used to do. So if he can get Jason Verrett, I mean, if he goes to a team that already has a lockdown corner, you don't need to spend $10 million a year on him. But if you don't, I think it would really, really help Robert Saleh to bring that guy in.